So on the second floor, this is one of our assembly workshops.
Right.
So on this floor, we make relatively small products.
Right.
And more high mix, low volume types of production.
Right.
So they bring all the components down. Usually it's not big runs. This line will work maybe for 1 day, 2 days, 5 days maybe, and that's it, right? That's the center, and here you have some of the components. And
amazing.
let me double check. Okay. We cannot be too specific on the finished product.
Oh yeah.
But here, basically it's something to light up the cigars.
Oh yes.
But without gas or anything like that, just with heat.
Electric element. Okay.
So this is what gets in contact with the cigar.
Yep.
And then every one of them has his standard work instruction.
Right.
Very, very important. So
Yes.
the process engineers prepare that.
Yep.
There's even the instructions for the line leader at the beginning. This is all the things we need to prepare
Right.
first.
Yes.
Right? Like a checklist. And then this is typical assembly work. Okay, we got to screw that in here with these kinds of screws.
Yes.
A little bit of manual assembly. Again, some screws. So every time you look at the standard work instruction,
Yep.
and it will include the list of parts. Okay, so what screws, what part, etc. And also any critical parameters. So for example, this screwdriver, there's a certain specification for the torque.
The torque. Yep.
And at the start of every shift, they will recalibrate.
Okay.
Okay, typically. So basically and also this is a critical workstation.
Right.
This is a critical operation. So only 2 people have been trained to do it. We even have their photos.
Right.
So this guy.
Wow.
Okay. As much as possible, we prepare these kinds of jigs.
Yes.
So we'll push with a certain force,
Yes.
and it's kept in place with a fixture. Okay, so they put things in place.
Yep.
They close. Okay, and then both hands. So they're not likely to have one hand in the wrong place, right?
Yep.
Safety. Press. Quick visual check, and next one. So this really guarantees, okay, you cannot make a mistake here.
Yeah.
That's really horrible. Okay, a bit more manual work, a bit of cleaning. All right.
I think we stop here because it turns into
Yes.
a product. So, but Renault, it's
And this is more packing
understand.
and labeling.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then packing, making sure everything is nice.
Right.
This is for the plastic film. Okay, so a little bit of heating.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
So there is that's in here. Okay, it's covered in plastic film.
Exactly. So we've got it. The camera down. Yep. Understand, Renault.
Okay.
Does the customer also dictate the packaging?
Yes. Because it's branding.
Yeah.
Actually, it's very important. This is another one. So
It's a stationary type.
this is soldering. So what they do is first, before soldering,
Yep.
this is a jig
Yep.
to to form the components.
Yeah.
This component in a certain way,
Oh,
and to
yes.
bend it in a certain way.
Yes.
Always the same way.
Yeah. To reduce variation on the next process. Yep.
Then the soldering jig,
Yep.
and in the soldering jig comes this little component,
Right.
already bent,
Right.
so it makes it easier. And again, this is a critical operation.
Right.
He's been trained to do it.
Yep.
This photo.
So we saw these upstairs, right? The actual colouring. This was what was delivered upstairs.
This is the product, but different color.
And what is the actual? Is that a Tipex? Or is that?
No, it gets hot. It's in ceramic. It gets hot, and it's to cut certain substances.
It's like a knife.
Kind of, yeah, a hot knife if you want. So some soldering of the battery. A little bit of trimming after that. And some manual operations. And then it becomes the full product of it.
Yeah, this is
good, yeah. Soldering jig.
I like-
very helpful.
because I've been in factories where the actual thing they're trying to solder is moving around and yeah.
Forbidden here. Forbidden. Forbidden. Because soldering need to be very, very accurate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if it's hanging a little bit like this,
Yeah.
then a little shock and then, oh, the product no longer works.
Yeah. The whole product.
And sometimes,
Yeah.
Stage picture, because there's a lot of moving around, but not really. Like a picture.
All right. A
I don't know,
picture.
what would you?
in some cases, you actually need to merge. Let's say you have an enclosure, plastic enclosure,
Right.
and you need to kind of merge them together so it's waterproof, typically.
Yeah. Yep. Just on the hands.
Oh,
What he was explaining. Sorry.
So this is the way to merge, for example, two parts, typically two parts in plastic.
Yep.
It could be some other materials. With ultrasonic vibrations,
Yeah.
it will actually merge together. So it becomes waterproof
Right.
and much with strong bonding, let's say, but of course it's not repairable anymore, right? So for certain types of products, it's a must.
Amazing.
And different jigs for different.
Yes.
This and this, the jig is in function
Wow.
of the parts to merge together.
So heat merged under heat.
It's mostly the ultrasonic vibration actually.
Oh wow.
Somehow the materials kind of merge together.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It's like a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
And these are simply laser engraving.
Ah. So you don't want to put your hand in there, innit?
Now the handle. Okay, so there's a fixture and then. So in some cases it's an incremental number, like a serial number.
Ah, yes.
In some cases it's a lot of things you usually put on labeling. You put it directly on the product.
Yes.
FCC, CE, blah blah blah, blah
Understand.
made in China. And
Yep.
so on.
Yep. Yeah, it's small.
Yeah, pretty
I
small.
need my reading glasses.
Cannot see actually. Okay.